Hi there, welcome to Pizzeria Libretto. My name is Rocco Agostino, Executive Chef. Today we'll be going over the basics of one of our beloved pizzas, the Margherita. So a quick fun fact about the Margherita pizza that some of you might know or not. It was developed in Italy. It was a pizzaiolo by the name of Raffaello Ferrara. He created a pizza for Queen Margherita, who visited Italy, and it represents the Italian flag. So the sauce, the red, the basil, the green, mozzarella cheese, the white aspect of the flag itself. So a few things to consider when making the Margherita pizza. The dough is the number one. You want to make sure that the dough is well proofed. How do you do that? Make sure that you take the dough out of the fridge a good hour before you're going to use it so that it can come up to room temperature. The basic ingredients for a Margherita pizza: tomato sauce, San Marzano tomatoes, basil, mozzarella cheese, olive oil, and then we also have some grated Parmesan. First step to making a Margherita pizza, you want to make sure that you take the dough out of the tray correctly. What does that mean? You want to have your bench scraper and you want to go into the tray and scoop the dough out from the bottom so that you don't break any air pockets. The dough is going to go into the flour mixture, and you're going to coat the dough in the flour. From there, the dough is going to go onto the surface, and at this point here, we're going to stretch the dough. A few points to take in mind is when you're stretching the dough, you want to make sure that you take care of the cornicione being the crust on the pizza itself, which is one of the most important things when it comes to Neapolitan pizza. So what you're going to do is you're going to start stretching the dough, and you're going to create that cornicione, that crust, by forming it about a ½ inch on the dough. At this point here, we're going to go in and we're going to stretch the dough, and we're going to push the air out towards the crust. You want to make sure that the surface is well floured so that the dough doesn't stick. We're going to churn it, a quarter churn, and we're going to push the air out. Again, quarter churn and stretch. At this point here, you have a decent sized disc as far as the dough is concerned. And what we're going to do is we're going to stretch it out to 12 inches. Stretching the dough, this is going to take some practice, but with practice, you'll become comfortable with it. What you're going to do is you're going to set your palms, or the inside of your palms, inside the crust itself, and you're going to start stretching the dough. And it's a circular motion. This is a technique that I like to call a DJ technique, where you're spinning the dough to stretch it. You're also going to use gravity to help you stretch the dough to the 12 inches that it needs to be. As you're stretching, you want to make sure that you're not touching the crust, because that, again, is the most important aspect of the pizza itself. And there we have a 12-inch stretched dough. At this point here, we're going to dress the pizza, the Margherita, and we're going to start off with the tomato sauce. The tomato sauce is 3 ounces. Here's one level spoon. We're going to lay it in the center, and we're going to use the weight of the spoon to spread the sauce on the pizza. And we're going to take the sauce to the crust itself. A guide for this is you want to make sure you have at least a thumb's thickness of crust. Next ingredient to go on will be the grated Parmesan cheese, which is the salt aspect of this, adding the flavor to the pizza. We're going to add the fresh basil. It's going to go on the bottom on the sauce itself, just to help keep it moist and so it doesn't burn when it goes into the hot oven. We're going to add the mozzarella cheese, the fior di latte, and we're going to break this up into about 20 to 22 pieces and evenly distribute it on the pizza itself. garnish with some olive oil. At this point, we're going to take the pizza, we're going to pick it up, and we're going to throw it into the oven. You want to make sure that the pizza peel is level, so that when you go to pick up the pizza, it's a smooth transition. You're going to lift the pizza slightly, and you're going to drag the peel in, transferring it from the surface to the peel itself. You're going to give it a little bit of a hand stretch to get it to the 12 inches. And it's good to go into the oven. You're going to tap it slightly just to try and get any excess flour that's on the bottom. And then into the oven, again, level. And it'll be a quick release onto the surface. The ovens are set at about 800 degrees, allowing the pizza to cook fairly quickly. It should be done in about 2 minutes. With the spinner itself, you're going to be spinning the pizza that's in the oven. You don't want to leave the spinner in the oven because that'll cause it to heat up, so that when you go to pick up the pizza or spin the pizza, it'll add extra heat to the bottom and burn the bottom. You will want to always have your spinner on outside of the oven. Once you see the blistering starting to happen on one side of the pizza, you're going to go in and you're going to spin the pizza to the other side. You're going to check the bottom, make sure it's cooking appropriately on the bottom. Once the other side starts to blister as well, you're going to go in, you're going to check the bottom. If you need to cook the bottom a little bit more, you're going to switch spots on the stone, as that'll cook the pizza on the bottom a lot quicker. Give it a couple of spins. And just to finish the pizza off, you're going to dome it. And doming is when you put the pizza to the ceiling, which is the hottest spot in the oven. Margherita pizza, straight out of the oven. So here you have the finished product, Margherita pizza in all its glory. You have the beautiful, beautiful blistering on it. You can see the bottom where it's nicely blistered as well. The ingredients themselves, the cheese evenly distributed, the fresh basil, and the olive oil all working in harmony. That's it. Margherita pizza at Pizzeria Libretto.